I'm not ready. Stop, go back.
Stop the broadcast. Hello, everyone.
I'm not dressed.
I gotta cover up.
Who do we got?
Welcome back to the Two Beirdos.
Welcome.
And there's my camera doing its thing.
8-Bit Nate and Bad Lighting Chuck.
I really need to get my people on this to try to get my camera figured out.
I wish I had people.
I pretend I do, but it's really just me.
Are you frozen? You're frozen.
Oh,
Frozen.
crap. Yeah, I'm frozen. 1 second.
One second, nothing. You're gone.
I'm here. I'm here in spirit. You can hear me.
Tonight's show will be brought to you by Poor Cameras. Is it your camera? What is the problem? What?
So, this is going to sound weird, but I think it's the camera. But my internet will allow me to be on the internet down here, even though it says no internet connection, if that makes any sense to you at all. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me switch the cameras again.
You have more than one camera?
Well, yeah, I got the built-in one, but I hate using it because it's so foggy.
Now you look like that Progressive commercial. There we go.
Well, right now I'm clear. I know it probably won't last, but no. So I don't know who you guys have internet through up in Wisconsin, but the national brand, I'm sure you've heard of them, Comcast, or better known as Xfinity. So they got me these pods, and they're like, oh, you plug in these pods, and after about 3 days, they will optimize their basically reach throughout your entire house, and all you got to do is set it in the middle floor just above your room, and you'll be able to have continuous access to the internet downstairs. I've had no continuous access since I've plugged it in, so I think I'm going to take them back, and then I don't want to do this, but for another $50 a month, I can get a modem installed downstairs, which I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger, but I hate my video looking like crap on our lives, but my video looks perfect in live stream, so I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. $50 a month is a lot of dough.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to justify it, and I cannot justify it. Half the time I can't even justify buying myself a $5 shirt. So
$5? Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Hey, Keith, are you on here next week?
Hey, Keith. Hey, Corey.
We're pretty sure you are.
Hi, Vintage. Hi, Elle. If I've not said hello to everyone, I'm sorry. Just having connection issues like usual.
Who's Corey? Is that Seafish?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I should have said that. Yeah, Corey's my buddy.
Nice.
He's the one I interviewed on my channel.
Oh, okay. I remember that. Hello, Greg.
Welcome, Greg. What's everyone up to tonight?
See, Keith didn't even remember.
No, he remembered. He's just he's being humble right now. Way to be humble, Keith.
Keep it real, Keith.
So what are you up to tonight, Chuck? Or how's your week been?
It's been a weird week. For a short week at work, it's been a long week at work. I've had a lot of absurd things happening, but I've had good sales. Good for me anyway. 3 sales went out today for about $80. That made me happy.
Hey, that's good.
Hey, D.
I just remember I got to keep up with the chat.
Yeah, you got to work tonight. I just got to sit here and look pretty.
I know. I'm so jealous. Hey, Harry. Hey, D.
Hello, Harry Humstone. Oh, wow, I am pretty.
You are. You're gorgeous.
My mom was right. How
What?
about you? You having a good week?
Yeah, it's good. It's hit or miss. Like I've been selling. So do you remember that whole Christmas lot that I bought from Highbid?
Yeah.
So I am still listing. I have a crap ton to continue to list. And I have already I spent, I think it was like $25.30 on everything. And I've already made, without me listing, like I probably still have 70% of that to list because there's so much. But I think right now, after yesterday's sale, I'm about 120, 125 in the profit. That's after I've already taken out the $25 that I spent on everything. So I'm pretty happy about that.
That is fantastic.
That's why I tell people to, if you have Christmas stuff, sell it year round.
Right. My wife has always said that. She knows things. Keith, you're making me angry.
What's he saying?
I don't know that I'm old and fat and stupid looking or something. I don't know. Something about I don't listen. I wasn't paying attention.
But yeah, overall, it's been a pretty good week. A couple of weeks ago was my best week I've had in a while, but these last 2 weeks, I can't complain. If I did, I'd just be a jerk.
That's all right. I love complaining. I took the first couple of days of the week away from YouTube, and then I saw that. And then
yeah, I'm a guy. What were you saying? Sorry about that.
Trying to catch up on people's videos this week, and I got like 35 in my watch later, and it's hard.
Dude, I am so far behind. So if anyone's out there and you think I'm ignoring your channel, I am not. I promise. I just, between my full-time job and YouTube and eBay, it's just I run out of time. And I like to make time for my family too. So
why?
Because I value being married in a happy relationship.
Oh, I love my wife. Kids are okay.
You're like,
oh,
kid.
Man, they're cooking now. So, you want to see my wooden pickle?
Yes.
You know you do.
Did you make that?
I carved it and my daughter painted it. It's one of my early carvings, so it's pretty primitive. But have you ever heard of the tradition of hanging a pickle on the Christmas tree?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the story.
I don't know if I know the right story either, because I always thought I thought it was a German thing, and I mentioned it to my friend who was a German immigrant, and she's like, I never heard of that.
That's always awkward. You're like, yeah, it's a German thing. And she's like, no.
No, it isn't. But you hang the parents hang it on the Christmas tree, you hide it somewhere, and then in the morning the kids look for it, and you can do different things. Whoever finds it either gets a special treat or they get to open the first gift or something. But I mentioned this on somebody's show the other day, and they thought I was nuts. And so they said, on your live show, make sure you show your pickle. So that's my. I've sold a few of these actually, because I've carved a bunch of them. But
thanks for stopping by, D.
D can't leave. Oh,
she has to.
Grandson. We can be grandsons.
Greg, I work in the pharmaceutical industry. I'm a quality auditor. So I'm over our supplier management program. So I make sure that they're all caught up with their regulatory documentation and all that stuff. What are you laughing at?
What Harry put in there. Yeah, he's heard of hiding the pickle. Keith is half German. Beirdos. Oh, there's my wife. Sit up straight, my wife's here.
Oh. Nothing going on here, Marcy.
For some of us, it's a Christmas thing, Harry.
Have you thought about making like a bunch of those and selling them on Etsy?
Yeah. And then I thought about not doing that.
It's probably a ton of work, isn't it?
More work than it looks like, even as simple.
No, I believe it.
And people only want to pay $4 or $5 for it, and it's like, But I sold a few like at our flea market booth.
Hi, Nana Horton.
So I just make them and give them out and play hide the pickle, as Harry says. Harry, I don't want you talking to my wife. Marcy, don't talk to Harry. So do you know what this is?
I can't. Your lighting is making it really bright. Can you bring it? Does it have a brand or anything on it?
Maybe. It says something. It says made in California. There's a word above that, but I don't know what the word is. No, you're not going to be able to see this. Wait. Wait for it. Boom, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I can't. I got bad eyes. I can't make that out.
But I'm assuming it sits this way.
Is it like a milk dish or something for like if you're having coffee, or a creamer dish? Or
I don't think you could see this. There's a ridge in here. That's what made me think it's not for pouring.
That's weird.
It is weird.
I'm glad you picked it up though, because stuff like that, if I don't even know what it is, I still pick stuff up.
It was in a box with a bunch of Pyrex and Anchor Hawking stuff I had. So I thought it must have some kind of use. Looks like a hat.
Keith said gravy boat.
See, I don't know. I don't think it's not. It wouldn't be a very good spout for pouring, is what I'm saying. It looks like that, but
yeah,
I think it'd be kind of messy if you tried to pour out of that. So I don't know.
Have you ever listed something you weren't completely 100% sure about because you could not find it, and then people start messaging you like hateful comments where they're mad that you posted it under something else?
I've never had people get mad at me,
yeah.
But I've actually listed and sold things, so I was clueless as to what they were. Sometimes the university will sell things out of some of their labs, and I'll just copy and paste from their listing into eBay. I'm like, oh, that'll sell. So I'll get it cheap. I'll bring it home and I'll list it, and I'll just say it came out of a university lab. Don't know if it works, and I've sold them.
Greg, we do go live every Thursday. We alternate each other's channels. So next week we'll be on Chuck's channel.
Yeah, so don't expect responses to the chat next week because I'm horrible at it. But if anybody knows what this
Hello,
is,
big brother.
And the color is just horrible. It's like a silly putty color.
See, Nana Horton even said it looks like a creamer pitcher, but like you said, it doesn't seem like with the ridge and everything. I don't know, man. You got a unique thing, and I would list it as one of a kind for at least $400.
One of a kind porcelain doll hat.
There you go.
Well, you're no help at all.
I know, I suck. No, there's some things that I've never seen before, and I'll post, and it will sell right away, and I hate myself for it because I'm like, oh my god, I listed that way too low.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Because what was it? Last fall, I went to an estate. It was online, but you had to go to the actual estate to pick up your winnings, and I got these angel like from the 80s like cardboard cards, like some. I mean, to me, they were listed at this guy's flea market for $1. So I'm like, I'm just gonna throw $24 on it because it's vintage. I mean, it's from the 80s. It looks cool. It's Christmas. I'm gonna see if I get an offer. Someone paid $24.95 within 10 minutes of me listing it. And I hated myself for it because I looked it up and those exact things were going for almost $50. So I'm like, no wonder someone bought it within 10 minutes.
I like how you just kind of arbitrarily come up with a number. That looks
I
like
did.
$24.
Well, because my thing is, I can always come down. So I'd rather start high on something, but sometimes I strike out and I realize what I think is high is actually pretty low.
Thomas the Train Buyers.
Yeah, have you done that reverse image search?
Yeah, I have. I just didn't want to bother. I'm lazy, and I thought someone in here would.
Hey, it's early. We may still get someone in here that knows something.
Well, Marcy said it might be a ladle holder. I could see that. A smaller ladle, and the handle sticks out, and you don't slop on the counter.
Greg, funny thing is, what was it? It was 2 years ago. I went to this yard sale and I offered money for they had large boxes of Thomas the Train, and I listed things incorrectly. And that's part of my hate mail I was getting. I got so much hate mail saying, no, it's actually this. You're misleading. I'm like, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm learning this as I go. Well, you should have known before you posted. I'm like, Jesus Christ, people.
I like it when the message starts with, just so you know.
Yeah.
You know they're not buying nothing. They're just going to chew you out for something.
I know. I'm still overly nice to them because I'm like, maybe they'll come back or tell someone like, oh, this guy wasn't a douchebag back to me this time.
And I gave him every reason to be. You know, everything we say gets scrutinized, and I don't like it.
It's okay, Chuck.
The chat is worse than people the buyers that don't buy, that just look at your listing and say, just so you know. Right there, he's doing it just so you know. I'd start high on something too, and then, we misspoke, okay? But Nate is high right now. Thank you, Marcy. I'm going to switch cameras. Let's see if that helps. I have 2 cameras connected because I'm high tech.
Do you have a built-in camera?
No, I just have 2 different web cameras. Oh, that one's real nice.
You look beardless in that one.
I'm the Last Dragon. Remember that movie?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
I don't think so. I'm bad with titles, dude. I can't even get a title right when I'm trying to describe a movie or anything to someone.
Ta-da! That's really sad.
Well, I'm a sad person, Chuck.
Should we talk about it?
Yes. So this week on Two Beirdos is therapy session.
We're going to find out what the hell's wrong with Nate.
And try to address his camera issues. No, if I can justify, so if I can get my sales, because I write off my internet for my business. So if I can get my sales up in the next couple of weeks, I may have to consider getting that other modem down here, unfortunately.
God, but $50 a month.
I know. It sucks because, what is it? We already got the fastest internet. They gave us the fastest when I upgraded this last time because they were like, well, you can actually go a little bit faster if you want. And I'm like, well, with the speed and the pods, my video should get better, and it's still crap. I still have issues with my Zoom meetings at work too, so it's pretty frustrating.
I like to pretend I have issues with my Zoom meetings at work. Just kidding.
I can't hear you.
We often do have issues for some reason. Like our laptops are doing screwy things, and they're the only ones with cameras. And so, like today, we had a meeting, and neither me or the other person in my office could speak to anyone. So we're just in the chat. And I don't know. I just kind of wondered if my boss thinks that we're just pretending because we don't want to participate.
I wonder that too, because it's been over a year. Well, what is it? It's coming up on a year since I've been in the office. So sometimes I wonder if they just think I'm BSing them on connection issues and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm really having issues, guys.
We can see you, Nate. Oh, I want shelves of junk behind me, but I don't have a place I can set that up.
See, that's why I'm wanting to rearrange my area to where I can have a wall behind me and like hang stuff up and have a shelf of some of my weird stuff that I'm not selling. But then again, if someone sees anything, I'll sell it to them. I don't care. Everything has a price, even my soul. Remember that, guys, for the right price.
I'll give you 50 cents.
You're going to have to go a little bit higher than that, Chuck. At least $1.50.
I can smell it burning from here. We need to move. Yes, Marcy, I agree. And we need a warehouse. When we move,
are you guys looking to move, or are you just
kinda?
Yeah,
like it's more in the fantasy phase right now. We don't know what we want to do because it's nice. We got this place paid off, so.
Hi, Dan. Thanks for coming.
The thought of getting more debt makes us want to vomit.
Well, I don't blame you. That would be tough.
Art Vandelay, did you go on Dan's chat today?
I was on Johnny's for a little bit this morning, and then I got slammed with. We have a bunch of internal audits coming up, so I was slammed in meetings.
Oh, at least you were having fun. But Dan had Cincinnati Picker and Harry Tornado stopped into his live.
Oh, dang. Dan's famous then.
I know it. I don't know. I think Mr. Beast was in there and Dan TDM and.
Oh my God!
I'm just kidding on the last two, but
no, I know.
But Cincinnati Picker and Harry Tornado were both showed up, and I was geeking out. I was like, "Man,
be safe, Greg.
I'll pass out if Lonnie shows up." Heck, I'm happy that Dan's here. That's celebrity to me.
Dan, I don't know if we're worthy.
Well, we appreciate you being here, though.
Just let me know what you need. Hi, Wendy.
He likes green M&Ms, only green ones. Yeah, Dan. Harry Tornado came in and said, "Hi, Chad," or "Hi, Dan." And that was it. And a couple people said hi to him, and I didn't see anything else from him the rest of the time. So I don't know if he said hi and left or if he said hi and was working, but he did show up in your chat.
Don't play into Dan right now. He's just trying to be really humble because he gets Harry Tornado and all the big shots into his chat. It's okay, Dan.
I didn't even notice Harry Tornado was there. Is he someone important? Yes, you were on a rant, Dan, and you missed Harry Tornado. It was right after
falls down his cheek right now.
It was right after Cincinnati Picker showed up, actually, just a couple minutes later.
Maybe that's why Harry did not stay. He's like, wow, he won't even give me a shout out.
Doesn't even acknowledge me. What a jerk. You blew it, Dan. Refreshing.
He goes, I committed YouTube suicide.
That's all right. We'll still accept you, Dan, down here in the ghetto of YouTube.
Welcome to the basement of YouTube.
I got to quit rocking. I think that's why I'm messing up my light. Because I'm fidgeting and the light's going bright and dim.
Is it the light or is it your camera doing like an autofocus?
It's the camera doing an auto, brightness thing. But I think the fact that I move in and out doesn't help.
Probably. I don't judge you though. If you're having a good time rocking, Chuck, just keep on rocking.
I'll keep on rocking. This is my spinny chair. I could spin. So, again, if anyone knows what this is, there's a prize if you identify it properly.
The prize is getting to see Chuck's listing first before anyone else.
I'll give you 10% off on whatever I list it for.
Yeah, Dan, I lurk a lot too, just because it's hard for me to keep up with the chat throughout the day on people's lives. It makes me nervous when I do comment, though, because I'm always afraid I'm going to offend someone because they're thinking I'm ignoring them when I just inadvertently missed it.
That's why you got to let people know you're a jerk right up front. Then no one's offended when, oh, he didn't talk to me. Not surprised.
I hate you all.
I think everyone's beneath me. Then if I miss them, they're not hurt.
Nate, are you interested in buying a bunch of porcelain dolls at cost? Yeah, if you don't care to message me, get a hold of me, and then I'll take a look at what you got. We can never have too many dolls. We have like a little museum throughout our house.
That's just creepy.
What's creepy? You what? Go ahead, Chuck.
I was just going to say, do you have a ghost story tonight?
I always have ghost stories, dude.
I'd like to hear one.
Well, did I tell you the story about my mother-in-law trying to watch our house when we were on vacation a couple of years ago, and she was too afraid to sleep in our bed? I feel like I did.
No, but that could have been for health reasons, Dan or Nate.
Well, that too.
My mom would be afraid to sleep in my bed too.
Well, because in the bedroom, there's dolls that line up the entire wall. So it's like they're looking at you. And a lot of the dolls that we buy have a backstory to them. And a lot of them that we buy, we try to buy haunted items. But unfortunately, and yes, I'm saying unfortunately, we don't really have much or any activity with the dolls. So sometimes I think the people that are selling them to us are BSing us, or they're just chicken.
Sure. So what? She was scared of the dolls?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about my story.
Let's land this plane.
Yeah, sorry about that. My ADD kicked in. But, yeah, the dolls creeped her out anyways, and so she was sleeping on the couch. And then one night, she was sitting on her couch, and we always saw like shadow figures and stuff in our previous house, which I've always seen stuff since I was I'd say around a teenager. I always felt like something has followed me, and it's been everywhere I've went. So even in this house, I still feel like something has followed me. Creepy. But it doesn't bother me. You get used to it. But she was sitting on the couch one night, and she heard a man call her name from our hallway through the kitchen. So because our old house had like the living room here, then the kitchen, and then just past the kitchen was the hallway in the other living room. And she heard someone say Lois, so it really freaked her out. And which she has all the animals, or she watches all of her animals when we're gone. And then she, after that freaked her out. And then she was feeling brave one night and decided to try to sleep in our bedroom. And she said she got one knee into the bed and then started looking around the room at all the dolls on the wall. And they freaked her out. So she said, no, I ain't doing this shit, and took off. It's pretty funny.
So that was all one night, or was that a different night?
Oh, that was all one night. But it creeped her out.
Lois. Huh.
Hey, Johnny. Thanks for showing up.
Who's here?
Johnny.
Oh, hey, Johnny. Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Johnny looks so strange without his beard and that little pick. I don't recognize him.
Yeah, when I first subscribed to him, I'm like, this isn't the guy in the pic. And then I realized it was.
He changed, man, from his Navy days.
You want to know a crazy story about my uncle in the Navy?
Yep.
So he I think he served like 12 years in the Navy, and then he came home. He was honorably discharged, so he just did not renew his service time. And he was in Orlando. Literally, I think it was like the week he got out of the Navy. He was in Orlando getting a pizza, and some guy robbed him of his pizza and shot him in the stomach. Yeah, and they thought he was going to die for the longest time. I mean, for weeks because of the damage it did. But I'm just like, you serve in the Navy for 12 years, and then some punk decides he wants to rob you of your pizza when you get back and shoot you. Like, it's crazy. Life is crazy to me, man.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I don't get people sometimes. He was okay though. I mean, like,
yeah, he's still alive. He's not healthy, but he's still alive. That's his own choosing.
But he doesn't have residual effects from being shot in the gut.
No, if he does, he doesn't talk about it. But
no,
I know it really messed him up for a while.
Dang.
I edit in my head so much my ears smoke. Oh God. Yeah, if anyone that was not here at the beginning, Keith is actually going to be on our show next week, so I feel like it's going to be pretty entertaining.
We'll make it entertaining. I heard some ladies talking about Keith the other night. I guess he's quite the chick magnet.
Oh, you are, Keith? Are those rumors true?
We were in Angie Resells on her channel. It was her and Cap Guys live, and the women were talking very nicely about Keith, about him and Dan at Piqua Resellers.
We have a legend in our room now, Jennifer
Hayes, and another legend, the Midwest Picker, Dave.
Dave, welcome, guys.
He said, hello, men. You talking to? Thanks for coming back, Dave. We figured you'd never talk to us again.
I know, it was weird. He blocked me on all social media. I was like, Dave? I'm just kidding.
Well, thank you for coming. Dave, you know stuff. I'm going to keep shoving this in everyone's face. Do you know what this is, Dave? I know it looks like a creamer, but it's got this weird ridge in here, and it doesn't look like it would pour well. I should actually put some water in there and see how it pours. And on the bottom, it says made in California, and there's another word there that we can't quite make out. And it's putty colored. And if you can correctly identify it, when I list it, I'll give you 10% off on this item.
I'm just laughing at you because no one can give you an answer.
Yeah, gravy boat seems to be the common answer, but like I don't. Here.
I guess my thing is, you would think it would have a handle of some sort. Oh, we're doing a live test.
Let's see how well it pours. Of course, I'll hold it right over my crotch as I do this. Yeah, it kind of comes out. I guess it's all right. It pours okay. Oh, what'd you do? You kicked me off?
No, I was trying to.
Oh, blow me up. We got to do that again. This is like Mr. Science. You have no idea what you're doing, do you?
I have no. How do I get it to just your screen?
You can do it. You put it so just one person's on there, and then I think you can drag.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
No, don't hold it over the keyboard.
StreamYard 101.
See, it kind of comes out the side. I don't know. It doesn't pour very well. I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Do you have like any like antique shops or anything you can take it to? Hey, my connection looks good now.
You're
Oh no, I'm looking. Never mind. I'm looking at my StreamYard. I got excited.
I think people are enjoying this. More people are showing up the more I do this.
Dude, we're up to 50. I'm just kidding.
Oh, somebody just left this, and that's enough of that idiot. Sorry. Too much pouring water. Oh, I made people have to pee. Hello, wife.
Hi.
She won't say hi to you guys. Wait. What did she say?
Who?
Wendy say? Have you tried Google Lens? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm doing the lazy thing first. I like making people guess. Half empty or half full? I'd rather be half full any day.
Oh, sorry if I missed some people. I'm going back through the chat to make sure I did not miss anyone.
Hello,
Hi,
Rob.
Robert.
I guess I'm calibrating my Pyrex and anchor hawking. Right? That's what this one is.
Hi, Jen.
I don't know what I'm doing, Robert. Making a fool of myself. Jennifer, you just got here. But I understand.
Jen has an idea. Is the bottom half of a magic lamp?
Maybe. Now it's gone. My wife stole it.
She's tired of you holding it. She's like, I'm going down there. I'm going to smash it.
Ruining the show. Yeah, it does have a ridge inside of it. Big brother. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
I am so far behind.
A vintage bedpan for a vertically challenged person. You know what? I have a bedpan over here. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
Are you selling it?
I should. I don't know. Thought it could come in handy if we ever do like a marathon live, and then I don't have to get up.
That's nasty.
Who would know? I'll just.
That is true.
Every once in a while, I'll just go.
I mean, I do have a bunch of adult diapers I'm about to give away, so.
Well, I don't.
I guess I could put one of them on if we do one of these marathons.
We're gonna have to do that. We'll have a beardathon. Raise money for us. For people who can't grow beards, we'll do a telethon for like Keith.
I think I started shaving like in 5th grade, dude.
I didn't. I couldn't grow my beard until I was like in my 30s.
Really?
Yeah, late bloomer.
I should tell my brother he has hopes.
I'm still waiting to hit puberty. A candle.
Did you read Keith's comment? Jennifer has 483 other lives to moderate tonight.
That's probably true.
Looky there, caught up with the chat.
Well, I hope you get your family issues taken care of, Jennifer. And believe me, I can relate to those. The ones you were having earlier today. Or is she, what? Oh, never mind.
Do what?
What's your favorite imaginary animal? Did you tell me that?
What's my favorite imaginary animal?
Yeah, everyone wants to know.
What? If it's imaginary, it doesn't exist, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, like let's say.
Oh, what's yours then? You started that off. If you asked a question, you started off.
That is a tough question.
Exactly.
I wasn't ready for this hardcore interview. I like Bigfoot, but I don't know if he's imaginary. I'd like to believe he's real.
Is he okay? You ready for this?
Yep.
Is he an actual creature? Or is he an alien? Have you seen the theory where there's a lot of UFO sightings where there's Bigfoot sightings?
I have not.
Yeah. Or is he like a elemental? Could be one of them too.
I've heard of that. I've heard like Native Americans think it's like a spiritual animal that like can come and go, like out of this reality.
Yeah, they're from other dimensions. Who knows, man? We don't know.
Or it could be a robot, like in the $6 Million Man. Bigfoot was a robot. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
Built by aliens.
I mean, here's my thing. When we die, if there's a way to ask questions to somebody, my first question is going to be Bigfoot, because I got to know. We've been Bigfoot hunting several times, never captured anything cool. We had some weird things happen, but you never know if it's, meth lab out in the middle of the woods, because we have a lot of those issues.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those. Keith says Bigfoot, where did he go? The original full body Beirdo. Yeah. Yes, Bigfoot does make that cool sound when he runs.
Well, did you ever watch that on Animal Planet, that Bigfoot show? Like Bobo, the guy, I think that was his name, or Bo or something.
I don't know. I've watched a lot.
Anyways, they would always like put donuts out, and they're like, Bigfoot's like donuts. I'm like, you don't know. Like, no one knows. It drives me insane.
What drives me insane is you try to look for like compelling evidence, and then you'll find a show where they're walking through a woods and they'll see a broken stick. And the only way that stick could be broken is if Bigfoot came through here. Really?
Yeah.
That's the only explanation for the broken stick? Oh, that's frustrating. But really, the stories of the Yetis in the Southeast Asia are actually pretty interesting too, because there's been people killed by some kind of animal that they can't identify.
Oh, I know.
That's kind of interesting.
I mean, obviously, there's something going on, because I do think some of them are BS, but a lot of people do encounter something, and it may be misidentification. But if you got to think about it too, we don't really, I would say, research our woods, oceans, a whole, like especially like the deep woods and stuff, a whole lot. So who knows what's living out there?
Agreed. Well, just what was it, like 6 years ago?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Jen's comment.
I know. I think Jen goes through the woods breaking sticks to send people out.
What were you getting ready to say?
It was like in the Himalayas or something, like 6 years ago or so. They went into a new area where it hadn't been explored before, which surprised me by itself. I didn't know there was areas we haven't explored. But then they've come up with all these new insects and frogs and stuff that are brand new. No one's seen them ever before.
Yep.
Just makes you wonder.
It does.
And when you have a human like me, it makes you wonder what did my mom breed with? My dad is not that tall or hairy. Just saying.
You know what's disappointing? When you think that your grandpa was bald, or you thought he went bald, and you found out later on, just like maybe a year ago, that he actually shaved his head and he had a full head of hair, and I'm the only one in my family truly balding. That's disappointment.
You were adopted, Nate.
I really am. I don't look anything like my dad. At all. I look like my mom's side of the family. My mom's a woman version of me. It's kind of weird. Yeah, chupacabras used to be thought not to be real, and they are official.
Seriously?
Yeah, because they can never truly catch one. I think it was 5 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer, that they actually found out there are chupacabras.
No way. I didn't know that. What's that say?
So, see, I told you. I mean, if that's what it is, it looks like a creamer dish. I know it doesn't have a handle or anything, and it's weird, but.
Well, thank you very much. Thrifty Nano.
You got to remember, too, in the 30s, they have not perfected the creamer dish. So maybe it was still designed.
Technology. Did man even have thumbs yet at that point?
I don't think so. I think those were in the 50s. Joseph, what's up, man?
A medium rare snipe steak. Snipe. You can't have a snipe steak, can you? It's a little bird, isn't it?
Where are you seeing that comment?
What comment? K&D said he's watching the two Beirdos whilst enjoying a medium rare snipe steak. Oh, it's not up on StreamYard yet.
Oh, I see it now. I see it on the other side.
Yeah, you gotta walk on the dark side, man. Hello, Joseph. Welcome back. What are cicadas? Cicadas? Cicada. I bet it's cicada. What is that, Jen? Is that a bug?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, we have those up here.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. I search the one search.
No luck?
No.
Dang it. Well, I think Thrifty Nano Horton figured it out.
I seriously think you're going to buy your next house with that piece. That's how rare it is.
She thinks there's a piece missing for a lid and that it's a creamer, part of a set.
Oh.
Which that would make sense for the ridge to have a lid.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't figure out why it had a ridge on there.
I still think it pours really bad, though.
I'm telling you, it's a design flaw from the 30s, Chuck.
I wonder if it's from the 50s, like mid-century modern.
Well, Nana thinks the 30s.
Okay.
Even if it's from the 50s, it's a design flaw. We're well advanced now.
Version 1.0.
It's speckled. Pink speckled.
Pink speckled? You can see speckles?
Yeah, if you get it up in the sunlight.
Oh, I don't get sunlight down here.
Do you even have windows down there?
Where his name is? In the dungeon?
She's got me chained down here.
So, do you have a window?
Yeah, I can see a window from here.
I have one window down in my basement, and all I can see is the little area where I can escape, I guess you would call it. There's a ladder because I'm pretty short.
You can go out and relieve yourself if you need to.
That'd take a lot of effort. I'll just go to my bathroom.
Cicada, a noisy bug that comes out periodically.
Keith, my texts are ahead of their time.
Is cicada, is that how you say it? Cicada?
Yeah. Did you really not know what cicada was?
I'm not that bright.
Oh, you are too.
Why do you feel bad for those insects?
Did you say you feel bad for them?
That's what Jen says. I feel so bad for those insects. I don't know how you feel bad.
I'm not there yet.
Try to keep up, man.
I'm trying. You know what? This is like a marathon. I'm pacing myself.
How do you feel about unicorns?
I would love to see a unicorn. Or I wish they were real. You know what I mean?
I think they are.
Cool. You think so?
No.
I didn't think so. There are wild horses, though.
Still?
Yeah, out west.
Like where? Seattle?
You know, Seattle, Hawaii, way out west.
Japan. Depends on how far west you go. If you go far enough west, you end up east.
Chuck, you're shining as bright as a star.
I see that. I feel like I'm about to be abducted.
Hey, I'm sorry, but if that happens, I will try to check up on you, but you got to think of the views this video would get.
You got to market
and abducted on YouTube Live.
I demand that you market it and get rich off of it.
And then I'll give your family proceeds as well to make sure they're taken care of.
10%'s fine. So what sound can you imitate the best?
What sound?
Yeah. Any
So,
animals? Fart noises? I don't care.
if we're going off sounds, I feel like I do a pretty good Bigfoot call. It would probably blow out everyone's eardrums, though.
Well, don't do it to Bigfoot levels. Dave says, have you ever gone swimming in the ocean and felt like a kraken with your toes? And felt a kraken with your toes? Why do I feel like there's a punchline? Because it's Dave. Felt a kraken.
You see Keith's comment real quick? Wild Horse is going to drag me away from the two Beirdos.
That's right. This show is addicting. Oh, here's a cool question. I like
What's
this.
a kraken, though? Am I stupid?
It's a mythological thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Like a mouth, tentacles, and I don't know what all it is. Didn't you see the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
No. I know. I suck. I told you. I suck, okay? I am a boring person. I watch documentaries and horror films. That's about it.
What's your favorite horror film?
If we're going back to like the original that scared people, I would have to go, because I watched it when I was a kid, but The Exorcist.
Oh, that's scary as hell.
But the sad thing is, there's like no movies that freak us out because we're so numb to everything.
Desensitized?
Yeah, we are. I mean, there's some good movies, but even at haunted houses, we do a lot of haunted houses, or we didn't do it this past year. But sound Nate buffering a lot. We do a lot of haunted houses, and it's always awkward. Chuck, are you there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. But it's always awkward because a lot of times they will be like, we had one haunted house that was filming us from behind, and I told them, I'm like, you're going to be disappointed because we don't get scared. Like, we're not going to sit there and scream like most people. My problem is when I go through a haunted house, and they ended up quit filming because they were bored with us. But it's one of those, like, my wife will scream just getting jump scared. But like with me, I'm awkward. And I'm like, oh, you did a good job. That looks cool. You know, that's what I tell them. And they're like, what? Why are you not screaming? I'm like, I don't scream. And I found out recently, I can't scream. I've tried.
I can't.
My wife and daughter tried to get me to scream, and they said I sound awkward.
Oh, that's
Like, I don't know how.
Ooh, Dave likes comedy horror. I'm trying to
I
think.
love a good comedy movie.
What's that?
So I do love a good comedy movie.
Comedy horror, though? I'm trying to think of a comedy horror.
If you're what is it? Backwoods Cottage, I think, is one. Like a dark comedy.
I like the Evil Dead movies.
Oh yeah, me too.
Those are kind of ridiculous and cool.
Did you like the TV show?
Huh?
Did you like the TV show, the Evil Dead TV show?
I don't think I saw it.
I think it finally got canceled, but I mean it's supposed to be cheesy and dumb, you know what I mean? But it was pretty entertaining. A lot of gore.
That sounds all right. Why does my lighting suck?
Marcy says you can scream.
She's probably heard me scream in pain.
Even in pain, I don't scream. I just cuss a lot because it makes me feel better.
Me too. What's your favorite cuss word? No, I'm kidding. I can't say my favorite cuss word. It's too graphic.
Let's just say it begins with an F and ends with a K.
Wait, what? It begins with a what?
F.
It ends with a K? Ferniger.
Letter is U.
Ferniger. It's Swedish, right?
So this is one thing. Just speaking of cuss words, like my grandpa, when he was still alive, he would cuss like a sailor. But if anyone said the F word around him, he would literally hit them in the face. Like, there was something about the F word he hated, but like I said, he would cuss like a sailor, and you could say any word around him, but if you dropped the F-bomb, you were getting punched in the face.
My mom is kind of like that. She swore all the time, but you couldn't say the F word, and definitely not the C word.
Oh,
And
yeah.
to this day, my mom would knock a tooth out if I said either of those in front of her. Fire truck. That's my favorite swear word.
I can't say anything in front of my my mom's family or her because I was brought up super religious.
Yeah.
They're just really religious.
Flask. Flabbergasted. That doesn't end in a K though, Jen. Follow the rules, Jen.
Yeah, I want to go to one of those. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but I want to go to one of those messed up haunted houses where you have to like sign a whole waiver, and they can literally have basically free reigns with you.
My problem with that is someone could get hurt and not me. It ain't gonna be me.
Yeah.
If I freak out, someone's getting knocked out.
You just black out and kill 3 people that work there.
I'll be like Bigfoot running through a china shop. Yeah.
Everyone's trying to guess your word. Fire truck, fisk, frack, flabbergasted.
Your word.
Oh, maybe it is my word. Flask.
Flabbergasted, which is a marvelous word, though. Freak. I say freak instead of the F word. Are you freaking kidding me?
I don't. even
I don't
in
know.
important meetings, I tend to say what's on my mind at that moment. So
I'm getting worse too as my kids get older. I feel like I don't have to hold back as much. So yeah, I swear more and more. I'm gonna be a cranky old man that you can't take to family functions. Grandpa's carrying us.
I don't want to go to Grandpa's house.
All he does is swear and throw things and punch us when he gets scared.
Yeah, Jennifer, I'm the same way. People are going to think I'm crazy, but I don't believe words are bad. They're just words. It's society that's made them bad. I know I'll get a lot of flack for that maybe, but that's just my thoughts. That's
kind of like in one of the Avengers movies, and you haven't seen those either, have you?
I've never seen one.
But one of my favorite lines is Thor says a word from his homeland, which is kind of like their language is kind of Norse-ish. And I go, you just made that word up. And he said, all words are made up. And it's like, you know what? That's true.
They are. Like, it's stupid.
Flick, funk, flunk, fork. Getting closer, Jen. Roberta used to get a lot of flack. Roberta Flack. What did she sing, Keith? Was she the I feel love?
That was beautiful, Chuck.
I know it.
You're going to ditch me and start a whole singing channel. I know this.
I already started it.
I figured. I'm
Chuck,
not subscribing.
Good songs ruined. That's what it's called.
I feel you. When I get a turd of a storage box or an estate box that I've gotten, that I like to have a lot of choice words for it, even though I was the one that took the risk.
I hate when it looks like something good, and you think you got something good, and it would have been if the condition from 20 feet matched the condition at 20 inches. Like, oh my God, this thing's all beat to hell.
So we have a auction house. It's in a county over from me, and he does great. Like, he makes a lot of money every single week off his auctions. But he takes terrible pictures. He has the worst descriptions. And a lot of times when you get it, it doesn't, I mean, it is what's in the picture, but it's like layers of like dirt and dust every single time. And so every time I'm bidding on something, if there's something I really want, I have to remind myself, I'm going to have to clean this. And is this cleanable? Like, I've never seen a guy that just does not care like he does, but he does. I mean, if he would actually like describe things better, take better pictures, and he would double what he makes already, which every auction he makes around $8,000.
Nice.
So I'm like, you would just like double your income if you would just do it, but he just don't care because where he's at in his county, he has his family's known now for the auction. So he never has no one showing up.
Marcy just picked up.
Sorry, you have the voice of Fergie and Jesus.
I'm not sure what that means. I think that's a compliment, though. No, Marcy just picked up a high bid auction for me, and everything on there is just filthy.
Yeah,
but I'm used to that here because you go to a farm auction and they pull stuff out of these basements that have been down there for 20 years, and they stink and they're covered in dirt and there's bugs crawling on it.
Yeah, I felt bad. I went to what was it? It was last year. I went before they decided to shut down a lot of our outdoor auctions too. They had one at this old guy's house, and I felt sorry. The guy was like 90-some years old and died inside the house and everything. And when the whole house was full of mold, and it was not like that on the pictures they posted of the stuff. So you went in, and there was a lot of stuff I did not bid on because there was so much mold and mildew smell. And it's just like, I felt bad that the guy lived in those conditions because I don't think he had any family. Oh, I remember that from that video you were spraying hats, weren't you?
Yeah, it does work. Dave turned me on to that. Dave.
Hello, Thrifty Thrifters.
Hey, Nate. How are you?
I thought his name was Nate, but I did not want to say it. I'm always scared to throw people's names out if it's not in their actual YouTube name.
I could see how you'd have trouble remembering the name Nate.
I do, man. I do.
Oh, I love those real estate pictures, Nate, where they don't even bother picking up their laundry off the floor. It's like, come by our house. There's cobwebs and there's dirty clothes.
Before we found this place, we were house hunting, and some of the places we went into, like luckily he's thanks for stopping by, Jennifer. But one of the places that we went into was so just like covered in stuff they did not clean. And it's just like, are you wanting to sell your house or what? But luckily my buddy, my good friend of mine, he's our real estate agent, and he warns me before. He always goes and looks at a house before we go in everywhere. So we usually get a pretty good warning.
I'm still here. I had to blow my nose.
I know. I heard it. Your image up there went like that when you blew your nose. Good luck, Jennifer, if you're still here.
Is it doing it?
Yep.
That's how we roll on this show. I should have the fart machine down here. I haven't pissed anybody off with that in a while.
Yeah, Nate. I don't understand some of the pictures real estate agents post on websites and stuff. It's like, it's not that hard just to use your phone and take a good photo. I don't get these blurry photos everywhere. Question: Did you have? And the only reason I ask, did you have a weird mold grow on that recliner? There was a auction that I went to, and the guy died in his car, and was not found for a few days, and it had this weird fungus mold that grew, and you could see where his body was in the car, and they were selling the car as is. So that's why I'm wondering if you had any kind of weird fluids or anything on your recliner.
That is weird.
Exactly, Harry. It's pretty gross.
I suppose, though, I mean, your body would be a good housing to sprout something like that, you know? Weird as that is to say.
Yeah, it's weird. Hi, Carter P. Do you know Carter P?
I've seen the name, I think. I don't think I know Carter P, though. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the Two Beardos.
I'm giving people wrenches. I forgot to do that, so I apologize.
Oh, my God.
Well, because I'm looking at StreamYard because it's easier for me to go through the chat that way.
This is why we're not monetized.
I know. It's the only reason.
It is. I read that somewhere.
They're like, if you cannot run your StreamYard, you are not going to be monetized. So, Robert, Sarcastic Storage, everyone, I am making you moderators right now. So, I apologize for forgetting that.
That's just a fancy term for bouncer.
Let's see here. What do we have? Make sure I did not miss anyone else. High value resellers.
They're here too?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Making sure I did not miss anyone.
What are we missing? What's Johnny asking about? He says, wow, what?
Who are you talking about?
Johnny. He says, wow, what? And I don't know what he's referring to. Probably something sassy.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, maybe he's talking about the recliner?
I know. I'm looking for the recliner comment. See if he... Harry goes, I think that was a snot rocket. Johnny, I just added you as moderator too, so I apologize for that. I gave you a wrench.
You get a wrench, and you get a wrench.
Everyone gets a wrench today.
You're Oprah.
I am the poor Oprah that all I can do is give away fictionary wrenches.
Fictionary?
Well, technically they are. They're not nothing you can hold. It's just a gesture.
It's a kind gesture, though. We were supposed to sing tonight. Remember? We were going to sing campfire songs. That was
I forgot. Everyone would love that.
Too bad we're running out of time now.
I know.
99 bottles of beer would take us right till 8 o'clock, I think. Can't do that.
Nope. Well, that's good. You had no weird fluids.
Leather chair for $1. I think I would have bought it.
Yeah, I would have bought it. I mean, I know it's bad to say probably, but it's just death. The stuff lives on.
Robert wants another ghost story.
Where are we at?
You got another one in the holster there?
I do. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat real quick.
Chat schmat. Tell a spooky story.
Let me one second. I'm getting through. Welcome, Carter. We hope to see you often. We're live every Thursday. We alternate channels, so next week we'll be on Chuck's channel, Back Road Bitter. Check us out. I appreciate you stopping by.
That sounds kind of spooky, right? For whom the bell tolls.
It's very spooky, Chuck. You need to stop before you scare people away.
Is my did you put my link in the description? Yes, you did. Man, you're good at this.
I try to keep on top of it. Yeah, Chuck's link's down below, so make sure you go and subscribe to him, which I think most of you already are.
All the cool people are.
Chuck and I are literally just about every live, especially Chuck.
We're just about what?
At every live that people do.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of times I don't comment just because I got crap to do unless I hear giveaway or something like that. And then I hurry up and try to
Then you perk up.
jump in there. So you want another horror story, huh?
Scare the pants off us.
Well, so this ain't gonna scare the pants off of you, but when we moved into our first apartment, or it's an old townhome together, and like I said, I always had something that has followed me around. But this place, it was built in like the late 1800s, and all they did was divide the building up into like 3 different sections because it was pretty big. And so we were moving there, and we had, I mean, it was, we had no furniture at the time. We had no money for furniture, so we had like a blow up mattress, all this stuff. So there wasn't really anything. I mean, our TV set on a tote, so just shows you, I mean, how we were starting out. So
Been there.
when it would get dark out, the street lights would light up the living room. So I mean, you could see the whole living room. It was all lit up. And one night I woke up. I drink a lot, not alcohol, guys, but like water. But I was really thirsty and everything. So I got up. I'm like walking. I walk out of the bedroom. I walk into the living room, and then to my left, I feel like something is staring at me. I see something in the corner of the room, and we had nothing over in that section of the wall. And I'm like, no, you're just thinking you're seeing something. You're not going to look. You're not going to look. So then I looked, and it was a little boy sitting Indian style, like clear as day. Like I'm seeing you, Chuck. That's how clear this was. And he was looking down, and he just looks up at me and stares. So I freak out, and I'm like, so I run into the bedroom, and I'm like waking my wife. I'm like, what the hell? Get in here. There's a little boy in our living room. And she goes, what? I'm like, there's a little boy in our living room. So we run out there, flip on the lights, and there's nothing over there. There's not a lamp that I could have confused it with or anything, but me and that little boy made eye contact. Like, it was, like I said, it was like me looking at you. So then later on, our daughter, she was at her grandma's house, and we were on the couch. It was about, I want to say like 3:30 in the morning, somewhere like that. And from her back bedroom, we hear, "Mommy, Mommy," in our daughter's voice. So our instincts, being parents, we take off running in there, not realizing our daughter's not even in the house. And we flip on the light, and then my wife just slowly looks at me and goes, "Skylin is with her mama tonight." I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that could have been. So we tried to investigate our house, try to get some evidence and stuff, which we had some weird stuff, but it's just we had a lot of stuff like that when we only lived there for about 5 or 6 months because we wanted to move out of the town anyways and get to where we're at now. But yeah, it was pretty weird. Corey. Chuck, this is scary, Nate.
It is the editing postage on 1,200 listings. Oh my God.
Nate, I drink a lot. Did I stumble to an AA meeting? Hey, Nate. I'm Nate. Hey, I'm Nate. I have a drinking problem.
Hi, Nate. This is a safe space.
Corey, I've been lurking, came back into this little boy story, and I'm terrified. It's not the spirit world that's just scary. It should be the real people. Those are the scary ones.
That's true. Real people, no, they don't all suck. but some of them suck. Do you have any matches?
Yeah, you need one?
Yeah. I was actually going to try to light a candle for story time, and I failed.
Here you go.
Hold it.
You got it? All right.
This is going to work.
It's not lighting. I don't understand.
Well, we tried. Dang it.
Corey, that was our first house that me and my wife moved in together. So, but we've had that issue. I've had it most of my life, but we've had it in every house we've been to.
The same little boy?
Oh, not the little boy, just a lot of weird stuff that happens. At our house, which I don't have to tell it tonight just for the sake of time. This can be saved for another show, but at our next house that we ended up moving to, we actually there was actually an old man that my daughter referred to as Old Man Sam, and he would tickle her at night. And we actually saw the apparition one night. So, and there was an old woman in that house too that appeared to my wife, and yeah, it was pretty eventful there.
Dang. I've never had any ghost experiences ever. I feel kind of left out. And I
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I believe that it's possible. You know, I believe things happen after we die. I believe we're energy that doesn't just disappear. But I've never experienced anything. So
Okay. I had this guy that used to be my friend back in the day. He was I know you're not a non-believer, but he was a non-believer, never believed in it, always thought me and my wife were full of crap. So we invited him one night to go investigating this little graveyard. It's an unmarked graveyard. And let's just say things appeared to him. He got touched several times, and it freaked him out so much that it turned him into a believer of the afterlife.
Is that why you're not friends anymore, Nate?
Oh, no. He ended up turning into a terrible person. But
I thought you were.
Yeah, he was freaked out, and he was a true believer after that, because it probably did not help. Because he was, making all these jokes, making fun of us the entire time. And then when we got there, I told him, like, am I allowed to ask permission for them to use your energy to interact with you? And he goes, yeah, ain't like nothing's going to happen. I'm like, hey, this is such and such. He's a non-believer. Make him believe. And it worked.
I guess sometimes there's orbs in our house, but I never see them. That was supposed to be a joke. See,
I'm like, what?
See my orb?
Oh, I see it now. I'm not I believe in like balls of light, but I've had too many people come up to me like, you're not going to believe all these orbs I got in this picture. I'm like, that's dust particles.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing too, kind of like with the Bigfoot thing. There's like, you watch some of those shows looking for interesting evidence, and sometimes you get it, and sometimes you get dust particles. Or I hate when they get a recording of something that goes like, do you hear that? They said be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Yeah, I heard it. That's definitely it. Said be sure to drink your Ovaltine. And they play it back again, and it's I don't hear be sure to drink your Ovaltine at all.
Do you ever, or have you ever watched? Let me know when you want to cut the stream. I know we're running late, but
it's all good.
People let me know, because I can keep talking, but do you know the show on Travel Channel? What is it? Oh, Ghost Adventures. Zach Bagans.
Yeah, I've watched that one a few times.
So we've met him in Vegas at his museum.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's very dramatic, he is on TV. But it's a lot of his show. Like, we can't even watch it anymore, because every time it's either like evil. Every single time it's evil, or something dark, and then like everything always affects him somehow, and it's just like it's hard to believe.
Right.
We've investigated some of the most haunted places in America. I'm not exaggerating. We've actually been there, part of groups and stuff that he's been to, and we're twiddling our thumbs asking questions because nothing's happening, and places that he calls pure evil. The people that actually own it make fun of him after their contract of basically their non-disclosure agreements expire, then they can talk about it. So once that happens, they all make fun of him. So,
oh God,
saying that it was not really that bad, it was all for TV, and which sucks because you want people. I want to see people that are authentic.
Right. We used to watch Taps.
Sorry. Keep going.
What? What do you say?
Can you show me on this invisible doll where the apparition touched you? Thrifty, what's up, buddy?
Hello, Thrifty Lobster.
He needs he has a wrench. Okay, good. What were you going to say?
I used to think that the Taps show was good. It wasn't called Taps. It was just called Ghost Hunters or something.
Yeah.
Because
that's how ghost hunting is. It's boring for some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but sometimes they had some evidence that'd be like, whoa. When they ask like 2 or 3 questions in a row and they get responses or something, it's like, that's really awesome.
No, it is. We actually met Steve. Do you remember him? Off that show?
Yeah.
And who was the guy that wore the hat? The Tango?
Right, yep.
We actually ghost hunted with Steve and Tango, and we got to meet Jason and all them.
No kidding.
Yeah, we ghost hunted at Penhurst School out in Pennsylvania with them.
Awesome.
We did a weekend. It was basically a 4-day anniversary trip out to Gettysburg and that area, and it was all a ghost hunting. We actually ghost hunted on Gettysburg and an old farmhouse that was part of the war, and got to use a lot of cool equipment. And then we went to Penhurst School and investigated with Steve and Tango and all of them. Steve would be interesting to ghost hunt with.
I want to ghost hunt with the Jackass guys.
Nate. Sure, I was Henry VIII. Gotcha.
Yeah, everyone's got a link to some famous one. No one had like, I was a plumber in a pre.
Yeah, Harry, we go ghost hunting. We didn't get to go much this past year, but me and my wife do go ghost hunting. We're hoping to get our daughter to finally get brave enough to go with us soon.
Oh.
It really is, Ma. There's a lot that's made up, and it's unfortunate. Ghost hunters, though, the boring. A lot of times their show would be boring because they're not like Zach Bagans and jumping around and screaming over everything. But I mean, their show was more authentic, and they were basically who they were on TV when we met them. So they were pretty cool. Oh, can I tell one more story, Chuck?
Of course.
So, funny story, ghost hunting. We were with the ghost hunt. Do you remember the girl that was on, I'm trying to think of her name. The girl that was on Ghost Hunters? She was there too. Anyway, or do you remember her name?
I don't remember.
So, we're sitting in the middle. So what they do, they let you go ghost hunting on your own for a while, and then after a while, they want to get everyone together and do like a big group session where we're all listening, trying to hear stuff, and we can all ask questions. So, so this was my fault because I did not eat before enough because it was a long day. It was like an 8-hour day or 12-hour day, something crazy. So I did not eat enough before the thing. So we're sitting there. And I'm sorry, it's cracking me up. We're sitting there and they're asking questions and they're like, is there someone here with us? And my stomach goes, brrr. and someone, and me and my wife are laughing, and it's too late because someone already goes, someone's trying to communicate with us, and everyone's like, oh my God, we're getting responses. And so they ask more questions, and my stomach keeps going, barr, barr, like making noises. They're like, I think it's a little girl. Are you here with us? How many are there? And they're, and I have my face I have my face into her shoulder, and she has hers into mine, because we're trying not to burst out laughing because we're laughing so hard quietly. But my stomach would not stop, and they're like, oh my God, we got some really good responses tonight. And I'm like, you have to, like, when me and her ghost hunt, you have to consider everything. So if your stomach's growling, call it out. But it was too late that everyone was like, oh my God, I'm hearing it. And I didn't want to be the a-hole at the end that's like, oh, by the way, that was my stomach. Oh, my, that was great.
That was very considerate of you not to ruin it for everyone.
I was laughing too hard, and it was too late because there was people saying they heard voices, and it was like, no, that's my stomach, you idiots.
Hello, Derek. Thanks for coming, man. Woo. We just had a heck of a ghost.
Derek. Derek needs a wrench. There we go.
You could have told him your stomach was possessed or something.
Dude, my stomach is obnoxious. If I'm a little bit hungry, it's like making all these stupid noises all the time, especially in meetings. Luckily now it's all Zoom, but
Zoom picks up noises.
Oh, well, I turn off my mic if I'm not talking just to be safe. You never know when a fart comes on or anything like that, so it's not like you're in an office.
Yeah, but they don't know who it was.
No, because the icons in our Zoom meetings do light up when someone's talking. So I don't want to fart, and then my icon does that, and they're like, "Oh, Nate, did you just fart?"
They should really have the technology that points out this guy farted.
Keith, that is exactly how my stomach was that night. It was like, I have a feeling sometimes when you hear stuff, they're probably like, let's just roll with it.
That's my favorite ghost story ever.
Dude, it was, to this day, it still cracks us up talking about it, because just the pure joy of everyone think they were communicating to a ghost when all they were doing was talking to my hungry stomach.
Am I blurry? Why am I blurry?
Chuck, come back to us.
I'm fading.
Are you leaning back really far?
I look like Craigslist Hunter. Don't I? Hi guys, this is Pete.
Yeah. He's in Indiana too, isn't he?
No, he's in Chicago.
Oh, I thought he was in Indiana. Never mind.
Illinois. We're going to go visit him sometime. We're going to take a road trip down to his shop.
Where's his shop at?
I looked it up. I don't know. He has the address right on his YouTube channel, though.
We actually, Thrifty, and I think who else asked? Harry, we do videos, and I'm wanting to get a GoPro this year, maybe this spring or sooner than later, but I want to get a GoPro so when we do go ghost hunting, we can capture some stuff. It's a lot of fun. If you're talking to me, that's what we're wanting to do.
I'm clear.
If not, we're still going to do it. People who don't mute him, it drives me insane, Nate. It's like every day it's their first time doing a Zoom meeting.
And then they get a snack or something.
Oh, I know. We have one person, and I called them out last meeting, and I was the jerk. But they literally will drink their coffee and be like sipping it into the mic. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And last time I was like, hey, if you're not talking, could you shut off your mic? And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're sipping into the mic. You're like, you can't hear that. I'm like, we can hear it. Like, mute your mic. It's not hard.
Doofus. Derp.
If I'm in charge of the meeting, though, I mute his mic until he needs to say something. I don't trust him.
I think I've been muted all night, haven't I?
Oh, I forgot. Oh, here, let me unmute you. Forgot you were part of the show. I'm just kidding.
Dang, I said some funny crap too, and everyone missed it.
Robert said there's a ghost between the camera and Chuck when you were blurry earlier.
I don't know if I need to buy a new camera or just got to work on my lighting. I want to look good for people because people come here to look at, the merchandise.
Well, they message me all the time. They're like, man, I just love coming to your show looking at Chuck. And I'm like, I'll see if you can get a better camera.
My middle name's Adonis. Did you know that?
I didn't.
It's true.
I do got a question, though. You think
What?
if I bought a more high-quality camera, that would work?
Hell if I know.
I don't, like I said, I don't understand it because StreamYard, I'm clear, and then on YouTube, it's pixelated.
You know what? When I look at you on StreamYard, you're pixelated, but I look at you on YouTube and you look pretty clear.
Am I clear on YouTube?
No one's going to answer. They're all sleeping.
If no one's sleeping and if anyone is still here, am I clear on YouTube?
Nothing.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Thank you, Robert. We got one guy left. Oh, here they come. Chuck Adonis.
So I got clear enough, not clear, and yes. And then like Corey, yeah, I think it's my connection, Corey. What? I don't know if you were here earlier, but Xfinity said if I want better internet in the basement, they're gonna have to put a modem, and it's gonna cost me $50 more a month, and I cannot justify that right now.
Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah, it drives me. Like I said, right now, so I'm looking over my internet, it says I have no connection, even though I'm still able to do this.
Oh, that's weird.
It does it all the time. I told them that. They're like, well, it's because you're in the basement. Can you move your stuff upstairs? And I'm like, no, this is my area.
Here's the camera I'm using most of the time. God, you're not going to be able to see that. But it's a Microsoft Life Cam or something. High def. It's supposed to be a quality camera. So I don't understand why it's such a piece of crap. Or if it's just old and something broke, but
Is that the one that looks like it keeps autofocusing?
yeah, right.
Okay.
Keeps getting bright and dark and focusing and not focusing. Robert,
See, I'm clear on the phone.
you have
Thrifty, at least.
jaggy lines. We all have jaggy lines.
I got a lot of jaggy lines these days.
Actually, when I was young, I had jaggy lines. Now they're all kind of curvy lines.
It's part of the aging process.
Comcast blows.
It does, but I was going to where is that? Let's see where we are. Wish my name popped up. An animal. It only shows a picture. Robert, I did get a Wi-Fi extender from Xfinity, and they told me after a few days it should be optimized, and it has done nothing. I may have more times where it says my internet's connected, but I was hoping it would fix my video issues, but unfortunately it hasn't.
Ooh.
I know, Nate, like, I'm filthy rich from YouTube, but it's just hard for me to spend an extra $50 a month. I like to try to stay humble as a star YouTuber.
You got that solid gold microphone, don't you?
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Look what I did.
How'd you? Oh, I think, Does mine do? I don't know if mine does that. How'd you do that? Oh, I changed my logo. Never mind. I did that the other day.
That's nice.
Yeah, Big Brother Comcast does blow, and we were going to stick with. We did have AT&T, and it was so much better than Comcast at our other house. And we came here, and they're like, "Well, it's going to cost the same, but you're only going to get like 120. What is it? Megabytes or something speed, like something insane." And I'm like, "That is like dial up," and they're like, "Well, you get to keep your service." And I'm like, I want the best service that you have, because that's what I did with Xfinity, because I'm like, I do so much work online that I need to have, the best internet most places have, so it doesn't get bogged down, because we do online gaming too. And they were like, "Well, you get to keep AT&T, but that's the fastest we can offer you. So do you want us to go ahead and switch your service?" I'm like, "No, like that's not going to work." So I'm stuck with Xfinity. They're the only ones in my area.
We have Charter, and we've actually been very happy with it. Charter, or Spectrum, I guess they call it. And that's really good as far as the internet service. But yeah, I think I need to upgrade my camera maybe. I don't know. I'd hate to buy a new camera and find out it was just a lighting issue, but I've monkeyed with the lights forever.
Do you have a ring light or anything?
No, I don't have a ring light. Them's fancy.
I use a ring. I got one. What was it? Last year or last spring, I got one, and I love it. If you want me to send you the link and Instagram, I will.
You might as well. Are you using it now?
Yeah, it's it's pretty big.
Oh my
it gets
God.
taller than me too, so.
Well, that doesn't take much.
It really doesn't. It makes me sad. I was going to ask you, do you guys ever do anything for St. Paddy's Day?
Not really. I mean, we wear green, and we're both proud of our Irish heritage, but we don't party or anything.
Yeah, neither do we.
I had a beer, and that was tasty. I should watch The Quiet Man. That's one of my favorite movies. And
What's that about?
It's John Wayne. It's not a Western, though. It's John Wayne, where he moves back to Ireland, where he's from. He's a retired boxer, and it's kind of a romantic comedy, but it's still a cool movie.
The Quiet Man?
The Quiet Man.
I'm writing this down.
Do it. It's my favorite John Wayne movie, and it's not even a Western.
You want to buy some John Wayne DVDs?
Do I?
Yeah.
I think I have them all.
But you don't have duplicates. What happens if something happens to the original that you have?
Oh, God.
Yeah, think about that.
Whatever shall I do? Then I'll give you a call.
Hey, Robert, is my email in our description?
Leprechaun in the Hood? Leprechaun in the Hood. I don't know if I've seen that.
You've never seen? They have. Hey, Derek, if I'm not mistaken, don't they have like 5 or 6 of those?
You're not talking about just Leprechaun, right? Leprechaun in the Hood, specifically? Because the Leprechaun movies, there's some comedy horror right there. But I've never seen Leprechaun in the Hood. I'm going to have to.
Yeah, it's Leprechaun in the Hood. Yeah, like you said, there's an insane amount of movies. Hey, Robert, I'm going to put my email. I don't care who sees my email. But I'm going to put my email in the chat. If you don't care to send me a little bit more information so I know what I'm buying from Best Buy, I would really appreciate it. If you have a moment. If not, that's fine too.
The Leprechaun. Oh, I get it. Okay. Nope, I've never seen Leprechaun in the Hood, but it's the same. It's the same line of movies I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to see that now.
Nate has an idea. Ring light and a lighter sheet behind you. That may help.
Like maybe a green sheet. I want to do green screen so I can have
Weird stuff behind you.
Yeah, something cool. Make it look like I'm not in Wisconsin. It's so stupid, it's funny. That's what it said next to my yearbook picture in high school. He's so stupid, he's funny. In fact, that'll probably be on my tombstone.
Making sure I did not miss anyone. Yeah, Robert, there's my email if you don't care to send me an email on a suggestion or anything for Best Buy, because I need to do something because it frustrates me.
Or if anyone wants to use that email for signing up for things online.
Do that or send me spam. That's cool too.
Spam.
It really is, Derek. There was a lot of people that never heard of Leprechaun in the Hood till I introduced them to it. It was something I grew up on.
I am one that can appreciate stupid funny. I love that kind of stuff.
Thank you, Robert.
Other people are rolling their eyes and I'm laughing. I'm rolling on the floor.
I just love like gory, dark comedy. Like the darker, the better.
Like, give me a good example.
So, have you ever seen the movie God Bless America?
Nope. I don't think so.
I'm terrible at describing things. But it's just like dark humor. Like, let me explain. So, in God Bless America, if you can still find it to rent, you know how you always have people that have like the neighbors and they envision the crying kid and they want to do something to that crying kid.
Yeah.
So the guy in this movie, the guy thinks he's dying and he envisions throwing the kid. Like he goes over, the neighbors are always fighting and they have thin walls. He ends up shooting them and then throwing the kid up and shooting the kid. And then he goes after a bratty teenage reality star and then kills her. Like it's really messed up, but that's kind of dark. Do what?
Is that Bill Murray's brother in that? Am I looking at the right movie? I think it is.
I'm looking it up too to make sure I'm. Does it have the guy with the gun and then the girl with the gun? Comedy crime.
The movie poster does, yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie. There's a lot of different kinds of dark comedy, but that one is pretty funny. And then let me make sure I got this one right.
Interesting.
And they're not for everyone, so don't.
If it makes me cry, I'll be mad.
How could it make you cry?
I don't know. I'm a sensitive guy. Oh.
I'll just pretend I did not see that.
Ready or Not. Oh, Ready or Not. That was a cool one. That was kind of a dark comedy.
I still rent movies on Amazon Prime every once in a while if I can't find it on Netflix or anything. So Ready or Not.
That's a pretty new one. That's a year or 2, 3 years old.
Oh yeah, I love that one. We watched that one.
All right, we're bonding. See that?
We've seen literally just about every single horror film you can think of and every single dark comedy. So,
have you ever seen the horror movie Crawl Space?
We have.
Is
that with the alligator or crocodile? Maybe not.
No, this is about ex-Nazi landlord. That movie freaked me out when I was a teenager.
See, I'm bad with tiles. I have to look them up. Oh, yeah. We watched that one. The one I was thinking of was Crawl.
Oh, I never saw that. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. I mean, you can waste your time on it if you want to. Nate, now he's subscribed twice. Oh, can't speak.
Tina's here. We've been
Tina!
waiting. No, we can start the show now. Tina showed up.
We are now extending our show by 3 hours just to get Tina caught up with everything.
Because she had work stuff to do. Squirm.
See, I'm bad with titles. I have to look all these up.
I think that's the one with the things that crawled under the skin.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're like parasites or something.
Yeah, they're large worms. Maybe I have not seen that. I'm gonna have to look that. I'm gonna have to find that one and watch it.
It looks creepy. I don't think I've seen all of it, but I saw parts.
I enjoy watching like really bad movies, like really bad scary movie or supposed to be scary movies. It's a hobby of mine.
Well,
there was one stupid zombie one where when the people would shoot the zombies, it was CGI. So it looked terrible. And then, so the entire movie we lasted, and we get to the last, 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a tiger comes out with a laser beam on his head, killing zombies. Out of nowhere. Like, was not part of the script. The entire movie, and like I told my wife, there was that one idiot in the room that's like, I want my tiger with the laser beam now. And they're like, fine, just give it to Pete.
One of the producer's nephews or something.
Yeah. They're like, just do it for the last 10 minutes and make him happy. But it's like, where did that even come from?
I love it. Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space is another one I love.
Yes.
But
we actually,
that's a good one.
We actually, what was it? Over Halloween, we tried to get our daughter to watch part of that with us because it's quite comical.
Nate and Keith are being mean right now. I don't care. This is a bad movie.
Hey, the bad ones get love too, so I'm okay with it.
That's right. Sharknado should have got an Oscar.
I just saw Nate's comment. Oh, that's great.
Well, Keith said something similar. Wait, isn't this a bad movie? Or this?
Yes, I love Mystery Science Theater.
You do? I'm a freak.
Yes.
I love that, and I love the riff tracks. And
didn't they bring that back, Mystery Science Theater? Or they tried to?
They did. And yeah, they had like 10 or 13 episodes, and then I guess people hated it, but I thought it was pretty good with the new guys. But
so with the new guys, I just want to say I had trouble getting into it for some reason. I don't know if it wasn't just as funny to me anymore, but
the
old stuff was really good.
Mars
Attack, yes.
I like riff tracks because they do like modern movies too. They don't just go for old cheesy ones.
Who is it?
Riff tracks. It's some of the guys from Mystery Science Theater. They do the same thing, but they don't do any of the puppets or anything. They just voice over. Funny.
I'm going to look that up when we get off here.
Yeah, go on Pluto.com, and they have a Mystery Science Theater and a Riff Tracks channel on Pluto.
I wonder.
Not now. What do you?
No, mine's TV Plus. Never mind. I thought Pluto was on my TV, but it's TV Plus.
Well, Pluto's free, so you can just get it on a computer. I mean, you can just log in on a computer or anywhere.
I love free.
Free is my favorite.
Same here.
Yeah, I pay for Hulu and Netflix, and we've got Disney Plus, and I probably watch more Pluto than anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We like a lot of crime documentaries, so Netflix is good. I mean, every channel is starting to get more into the crime stuff because it sells.
The real crime stuff?
Yeah.
That's what my wife watches. She likes to watch a lot of things about wives killing their husbands.
I enjoy. I'm gonna have to look up this movie Big Brother brought up. Thanksgiving.
That sounds swanky. I'm looking that up too. Killing. I hope there's a killer turkey. There is.
Evil Bong is hilarious.
Evil Bong?
Yes.
Okay, Thanksgiving looks awesome.
I just saw that too.
An evil bong?
See what Nate said?
I'm afraid to look.
It's an all-nighter all-nighter in the making.
Pluto is still a planet.
This is gonna probably piss people off. Is Justice League? I'm assuming that's comic movie. Oh, it is, isn't it? Sorry, guys. I'm a disappointment.
So sad. Just when I thought we were bonding. Pretended and go, yeah, Justice League is cool. I like that.
Well, I didn't want you to ask me a question, and then I'm like, yeah, my favorite.
I would have said, yeah, didn't you like Captain America and Justice League? And you would have went, yeah, he was the best. And I would have got you.
He was the greatest.
Okay, Evil Bong looks ridiculous, and I must see it. That is creepy as hell looking. The bong looks like a Dr. Seuss thing.
I guess it's time to go now.
Come on, don't want to watch two guys Google stuff?
Yeah, see, I told you I'd make people mad. Your
It's
wife
okay.
is shaking her head at me. Big brother says it's okay for me to leave the basement sometimes.
Tell that to my wife. Thank you, Robert. Pluto's a planet.
Well, Chuck, you want to go ahead and end it for tonight?
Okay, but before we go, I think we should start making T-shirts, like the ones that say Han shot first, but they should say Pluto is a planet. And we'll be rich. That's going to be my merch.
They will sell. I mean, look how many people. And I just want to. This is a disclaimer. If you believe the Earth is flat, okay, but look how many flat earthers are out there. So you never know.
That's right.
Well, everyone, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you for coming in tonight. And remember, next Thursday we'll be on Chuck's channel, same time. And we will have our special guest, Keith, from K&D Flips. So this should be an entertaining show. He always has something clever and funny to say. So, and then he has to deal with us.
That's
so
right.
Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope everyone has a good night. See you guys.